Good day, everybody, and welcome to the Ammunation. I'm your host, Craig Bragg, and with me tonight, as always, is the indefinite Irving Twin. How are you, sir?
Living the dream. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Thanks, everyone, for popping by. I don't know how many people are watching, but I hope there's a lot. I hope you all make yourselves known here in the comments so we can interact with you and give love to our community. I guess I should get on with my. There we go. Welcome to the Ammunation, everybody. Mr. Twin,
Yes, sir.
what's new with you, sir?
My vacation is now over.
Did you get anything done during your vacation, or was it just a
No.
staycation, as they call it?
Yeah, staycation. No,
No.
as little as possible is what I did all week. You know.
Sometimes you need that. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're like you don't want to be productive. You just want to chill. You just want to relax.
I napped every day.
Nice.
That was
Nap,
great.
naps are
Oh,
great.
love naps.
Naps are really good when you suffer from depression because then you don't have to be depressed. You're just sleeping.
And then you don't have to be awake.
You know what? Yeah, that's right. You can sleep through your depression. It's great. Anyway, well, I'm sorry that your vacation's over, but I'm sure you'll be happy to get back to the grind and get back to routine. That's always helpful.
Maybe we'll see.
You're giving me the impression, Mister Twin, that you're not 100%. You're kind of upset or kind of depressed
I'm
of
just
late. Are
tired.
you? You're just tired?
Just tired, man.
Yeah. What are you tired of?
Exactly those things that you were like, oh, it'll be good to get back to them. No,
You're tired of your job. You don't like your
I'm
job.
tired of the grind.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Ugh.
I see what you're saying. I don't mind the grind so much. I just, you know what, for me, it's a time sink. I don't mind the work I do. It's not terribly challenging, but it sucks a lot of my time out of my day. There's lots of
Mm.
things I'd rather do. And the thing is, when I find I have time to do things, so when on my days off, my Saturdays and my Sundays, because I spend all week at work putting in this time on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm like, oh, there's that thing I really need to take care of, but I don't really want to because I won't say I worked hard during the week, but I'm like, this is my relaxing time. I want to relax. I don't want to deal with things that I need to take care of. You know what I'm saying?
I do,
I
yeah,
wish I was retired is what I'm saying. So I could
pretty
just
much.
100% of my time was for me and the things that I need and want to do.
Well, I didn't check my ticket today, so I may still have won the lottery. We'll see.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
What would you do with your money if you won the lottery?
What do you mean? I'd retire.
You just stop working?
No. I always had this weird ass dream if I won like some major amount of money, like the ridiculous $70 million or something.
Yep.
Uh, I would try to get my hands on that property in
Come,
Dunnville, Ontario,
come in.
where they used to film Canada's Worst Driver.
Get in here. It's just me. Like, come on in. You big chicken. Sorry about that. My puppy spooked. I tried to let her in with my headphones on, and she freaked out and ran away.
She in now?
She had a rough week. She had an ordeal this week, so I'll talk about it in a little bit. But
Okay.
sorry, you would buy a property in Dunnville?
The property in Dunnville, Ontario, where
What's
they
the
filmed
property?
Canada's Worst Driver.
Oh yeah.
I would open a driving school,
Uh-huh.
rehire Val Laterno and Tim Danter to
Yeah.
be the instructors.
Uh-huh.
It would be the single most expensive driving school in all of Canada, called Canada's Worst Driving School. Right? You would come and stay for a week.
Okay.
All right, and this would
So
cost
you live there. It's like a boarding
pretty much
driving school.
as if
Okay.
you were filming a season.
Okay. But there's no
Yeah.
cameras everywhere.
No, but it would be like a limited number of students per week because you're making sure that you're getting all the right training and all this, right?
Right.
And then, as a corollary, when you complete Canada's Worst Driving School,
Yeah.
you are now eligible for Canada's Worst Driver's Insurance. You'll be paying less than a third of what everybody else pays because you've had our training and now you know better. There are no excuses for you.
Right.
Right.
So you have to pass the course, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's not like a guarantee that, you spend the thousands of dollars and you're
Right.
going to pass. It's like, no, you have to train here.
You're going to do a road test. You're going to do the
Yeah.
equivalent road test that we, for the show. You have to win to get your fucking. Imagine that. You make it a competition, so there's 10 people there, and only so you sign them up, and you say, okay, only one of you is actually going to get your certificate.
No,
And it's going to be the best
wouldn't
person.
be that cruel. Wouldn't be that cruel.
No, that'd be fucking terrible. Nobody would sign up. Like, what? I only have a 1 in 10 chance of being the guy.
No, and then we use that to reboot the show.
Yep.
Right.
That was a good show.
It was a fantastic show. It was
Folks,
terrifying.
It was the way some people drove, like especially when you had these people out on the public streets, like because they do the little pre video of each contestant. This is Charla, and she lives in Oshawa, and they fucking go around with her while she's driving, and you see all the stupid bullshit moves she makes, and you're like, oh my god, this woman should not have her license at all.
Yeah.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, as you can see in my nameplate there, there's a link to a Give Send Go campaign. That's for Greg Wycliffe's. Documentary called "Save Free Speech in Canada." I put the link in the chat, I believe. Yes, I did. So go there, support Greg Wycliffe's efforts to bring this documentary to light. You know what? Why don't we go watch the trailer for this documentary? It's actually pretty well put together. Bear with me here. Like boomer this up. All right, we're gonna watch it on YouTube.
We need to save free speech.
The most totalitarian bill I've ever seen.
The Online Harms Act
to counter online harms.
Bill C-63.
This is Bill Communism 63.
We've seen the frozen bank accounts, political prisoners, and the constant policing of speech happening more and more in Canada.
I'm confident with the Online Harms Act in law, we can build safe online communities.
These lying politicians aren't trying to keep people safe. They're trying to pass more laws to make it easier to silence you, fine you, and throw you in jail for having the wrong opinion.
You lose all your autonomy and your freedom.
A crackdown on the very idea of free speech.
This is what the Online Harms Act will do.
But we are going to fight back. At SaveFreeSpeech.ca, we are creating informative, entertaining, and shareable videos to ring the alarm bells across the country. We need to build the biggest megaphone possible because this is something that the entire country needs to hear about.
And they're putting at risk our kids.
Lies, incompetence, and corruption are becoming way too common in Canadian institutions. And we, the people, need the right to talk about it. Our videos will break down the laws, how they violate our speech, and the groups and organizations responsible for pushing this despicable censorship. With your help, the content we make at SaveFreeSpeech.ca will give Canadians like you the resources to fight back. Donate to our campaign and visit SaveFreeSpeech.ca for more information. We've already set up a quick and easy way for you to email your member of parliament at our website to let them know that you disagree and disapprove of this censorship. We can reverse this Orwellian nightmare happening in Canada. And with your support, together, we can save free speech. Thank you.
So get on over there, folks, and support Greg Wycliffe in his efforts. I think it's an important thing. I mentioned today in my video that if Bill C-63 passes, this channel's gone, basically. They'll lock me up instantly. Somebody will complain about me. My channel, with the meager 450-something subscribers that I have, will be removed from the internets. So, yeah. Let's save democracy. And the only way we can save democracy is by giving the Liberals 4 more years or 5 more years of power. They're going to save democracy. No, the only way we can really save democracy is we can speak about the things that are threatening it. And the only way we can do that is if we save free speech. So let's talk about saving democracy, though. Did you watch my video today, Mr. Twin? I think you said
I did,
you
yeah.
Yeah. that fucking stinky dog, man, she thrashed about in the tub when I was giving her a bath today. But more importantly, are you familiar with Aristotelian thoughts on tyranny?
Not super familiar, no.
Well, if you watched Greg Wycliffe's live stream the other day where he talked about his documentary and he talked about tyranny and how, essentially what it comes down to is everywhere in the West we're de facto living under a tyranny. That democracy is not even really a thing anymore. It's an illusion. It's a pageant. It's kabuki theater. The fact of the matter is the system has become so perverted from its original intent that it can't function except as a tyrannical system because of the way it's been created at this point. Politicians enrich themselves. They get a tax-free salary for however many years they're in office. Then they get a pension for life if they serve a minimum of, what is it, 5 years?
Depends.
5 or 10 years or whatever?
I think it's 10 years in Canada, yeah.
Okay, so you serve 10 years as a member of parliament or as senators, I think, are appointed, so it doesn't really matter. But they serve 10 years in the House and they get a pension for life, which is something like, it's very generous. It's something like 80 or 90% of their salary. And their salary is typically a 5-figure salary. So it's or 6-figure salary, like hundreds of thousands kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And when it comes right down to it, they, as we've seen with, was it 11 or 12 MPs who basically took cash from the Chinese government to give secrets and give information and allow them to influence our elections. They're making buck while we're all, paying $18 for a dozen eggs. I don't think it's that much. My wife buys the eggs in the house, but it's not cheap. Let's just say.
If you know where to look, you can still get them for about $4.
Melina typically buys them at Costco. She gets the 30-pack because I eat a lot of eggs. She gets the 30-pack, and it's much cheaper to get them at Costco. Anyway,
nice.
Let's take a look here because I'm not 100% expert on Aristotelian work or writings, but I know he had some ideas about tyranny. We've got someone in the chat. We've got Mr. Next 6 Minutes. He says, "LOL, I thought your shirt said cooking assistant." They're from Irving. Hey, Craig, any RC Cola fans here? Royal Crowns makes pretty good cola. I'm still a Pepsi guy. I actually like the Pepsi Max.
Gross.
Zero calorie. Yeah, I know you're a Coke guy.
But even now, I'm not. Like, I drink it because it's there, but
yeah,
after the whole Coca-Cola got to be less white debacle, I was like, I haven't reassessed my cola needs in my entire life. So I looked, there's RC Colas available. It's okay. But the President's Choice Cola, very nice, very nice. I've been drinking that. And then when they don't have it on the shelf,
pretty good.
Yeah, but when they don't have it on the shelf, I go ahead, I grab, the actual Coca-Cola brand stuff. And it doesn't taste as good.
No, because it's made with, you drink the full sugar Coke?
No.
You drink Coke Zero?
Zero caffeine, zero sugar as often as, yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't mind the zero sugar, but zero caffeine is kind of like, no, I kind of want the caffeine from my cola products. Because otherwise, why drink it? Because cola doesn't particularly taste great. It doesn't taste bad, but it doesn't taste great. It's not like, fruit drinks and shit.
PC Cola does taste great.
PC Cola's all right. It's okay.
Box. RC for the win.
RC for the Royal Crown, baby. Yep. But you know what? Let's talk to our good friend, the powerful AI that is Hey Pi. I'll get over there and I'll share what we was talking about.
Aristotle would hate AI. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure, because it doesn't think. All right, one sec here. I want to share my screen.
We don't need to create AI. I realized how many people they can train this machine to have what sounds like a conversation with you. AI already exists. It's like 80% of humans.
Today.
All right, so I'm going to ask Pi what it knows about Aristotle. Aristotle's thoughts on tyranny. I'm a very slow typer. What? Fine.
Maybe you should stop sharing before you start putting this information in.
No, that's okay. Oh yeah, maybe, right? Hold on. So I don't want to put my phone number in there for you all to see.
Yeah. Ask Aristotle's thoughts on why it's such an F slur, says Fox.
Good idea. And let's go back to sharing again.
I swear to God, this stupid machine is...
It's being a total bitch right now.
No, but it also, like, it has more convincing conversations than some actual humans I know.
Yep. Is my number locked now on? Jesus Christ.
Ajax says, hey, Ajax, YouTube won't let me post what I would do if I won the lottery. Tried 3 times and it keeps deleting it.
You're
Wow.
regressive, right?
Aristotle had some pretty fascinating insights about tyranny. In a nutshell, he argued that tyrants could maintain their power by doing 3 things. 1, humiliate their subjects, because a broken spirit is less likely to rebel.
Okay.
2, create mistrust among the people, because if they don't trust each other, they can't band together against the tyrant. 3, make them feel powerless. If they believe they can't do anything to change the situation, they won't even try. So essentially, Aristotle believed that tyrants stay in power by keeping the people oppressed, suspicious, and inactive. Pretty bleak, huh?
Yes, it is. So yeah, I mean, you think about that. Humiliate their subjects. They made us all wear a fucking diaper on our face for 2 years and told us that we had to show proof of vaccination to go and eat in a restaurant. That's pretty humiliating. Create mistrust among the people. Well, they did that as well. The unvaccinated were unclean. They were misogynists. They were the terrible people. And then make them feel powerless, meaning, you know what? You're going to protest? Well, we're going to take your ability to buy things away. We're going to freeze your bank accounts and unperson you so that you can't do anything because this is an emergency, damn it.
I read something interesting. I can't remember who was writing it, but they were saying along the lines of, you know, they always studied tyrannies with this idea that everyone under the tyranny was suffering and united in their hatred of the tyrants until COVID.
Yes.
And then they realized, no, it persists because almost half the people love it and cheer it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. All right, let's ask it one more thing about what Aristotle said. I'm gonna fish for a compliment here. Didn't Aristotle also state that tyrants are more likely to rise from within the nation than be the result of invasion?
Sorry I'm late, but you guys are forgettable, says Costin.
You're spot on. Aristotle did indeed argue that tyrants are more likely to emerge from within the nation rather than as a result of foreign invasion. In his view, this was because the tyrant could gain a foothold within the existing political system, gradually building support and exploiting divisions among the people. So, according to Aristotle, the real danger to democracy often lies within rather than without. It's a pretty prescient observation, given that many historical tyrants have indeed risen from within their own societies.
Like just about every one of them, when you think about it. Right? Tyrants come to power either by birthright because they're lords and ladies and barons and duchesses or dukes and duchesses or whatever, or they're among the people. They gain popular support. They promise solutions to those who are aggrieved. They promise that they're gonna get their chance, that kind of thing, and then they and all you have to do is give up a little bit of your power, a little bit of your autonomy, and they'll provide for you whatever it is you need. You don't have to worry about paying your bills, going to the doctor, because they're just going to give you a doctor. You don't have to worry about food. Making ends meet to buy groceries, because they're just going to become the main supplier of all groceries, and you just go to the government for it. And then once you're beholden to them to get these things, then they can do anything to you, because without them, you can't exist. And that's essentially what the model is for every Western nation right now. That's what they're all trying to do. It's global communism. Like this isn't just this isn't just dictators like despots who just want to lord over you. These are despots who want to control every aspect of your existence. They don't want to just be treated better and be rich and have all the wealth. They want to make sure that you need them, because it's as much about their ego as it is about their lust for power. Anyway, I'm rambling a bit. Took a couple edibles.
Well, at least one famous Western leader said after the fact, basically, oops, we fought the wrong enemy and won the wrong war.
Yeah. Well, who said that?
Patton.
Did he really, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. Should have been fighting the commies, eh? Well, they did, right? In a Cold War for however many years. So yeah, when I speak about tyranny being in Canada and how tyrants come to power, Canada is a perfect example of that. But most people would say, no, it's a democracy. Trudeau was elected twice. He was elected, and we can get rid of him by another election until they no longer allow elections. Until I guarantee you, Trudeau, given the opportunity, would make himself prime minister for life, just like Xi Jinping.
Well, we had to suspend elections to stop the far right.
That's right, because they want to save democracy. That's right. But when we hear about what's going on in places like the UK, where people are protesting immigration and they say something a little edgy online, and then they have a knock on their door by UK police. It's not far off here. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Maxime Bernier posted this on X earlier today. Let's see if I can find it here. Is that it? Here it is. Oh, no, here it is. I got the story.
And Costin had just mentioned a BC woman was arrested for hate speech.
That's exactly what we're talking about here. BC woman arrested after racially offensive social media content, says the RCMP. This is from Canadian Press. This is in Chilliwack, BC. A Chilliwack, BC woman has been arrested over what police are describing as racially offensive content she shared via social media. Police say the woman was arrested on August 7th, but has since been released to appear in court at a later date, while prosecutors consider several possible recommended charges. Police declined. Sorry,
just we had actually brushed across this before the show started, right? Yeah, she's been released while we figure out a way to drum up charges and turn some of the things she said into crimes, because the laws don't exist to make this a crime yet.
No, Bill C-63 is not, but you can be brought before, the Provincial Human Rights Tribunal if your comments are considered offensive to another group, a discernible, definable group. So if you said something about Muslims, then you could be brought up on charges. Yeah. Anyway, but you generally goes through the Provincial Tribunal. It doesn't go directly to the police. But this is different here in Chilliwack. RCMP spokeswoman Carmen Keener said the account on X, formerly known as Twitter, and I'm tired of people doing that in stories. Just call it X. You could say on social media platform X, or you don't have to keep putting formerly known as Twitter, was brought to the attention of police by concerned citizens and members of the media. She said the woman was allegedly targeting members of the South Asian community, adding investigators learned of several examples but believe one person is responsible for all the content. So this is in BC, South Asian. Or talking about Chinese, or talking about Indian, or who do you think she's talking about?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
People who are not European in their descent.
Well, it's more likely people who culturally are comfortable with shitting in the street.
That could be it. Okay, so we're thinking probably Indians. She said the woman was allegedly targeting members of the South Asian community, adding investigators learned of several examples but believe one person is responsible for all the content. Over the last month, we've received numerous tips. We've acted on all of them. We're gathering all the information that we are receiving from the public, as well as doing our own investigation, she said. It's based on a number of things, but the investigation was initiated from the public informing us of what was going on. Keener did not offer details of what police found, but said it became clear the person was based out of Chilliwack and the offense likely occurred there. Keener said police hope the woman will make her first court appearance in the next few weeks, and if charges are approved, more details will be made public. She said the level of interest in the case, coupled with the fact the woman has been particularly public with her views, led police to decide to release information about their investigation, except they released no real information apart from reports that a woman was arrested for saying something online. You didn't tell us who she was. You didn't tell us what was said. You didn't tell us why it was an offense, or what the charge would be, or why it should even be brought to the police. We still, by rights, have the freedom to express ourselves in this country, at least based on our charter rights. So that the police even responded to such calls as, he said something about me shitting on the beach. I wanted to know I did not shit on the beach. It was my brother. So the cops come and arrest the woman? That's horseshit.
I'm wondering
on the beach.
if it's even more insidious. Right. Because, oh yeah, look, hey, let's do a racism. Indian people shit in the street. Haha. How about, I've done a couple of videos about how basically everyone's racist except white people. Right? Like majority white Western nations are the only nations that have ever thought maybe racism is bad and we shouldn't do it. Everywhere else is so horribly racist. Like, that when they come here, they continue to be racist and we don't stop them. If you go looking for a rental property in Toronto, you're going to find hundreds and hundreds of listed rentals that say brackets, Indian only.
Oh, is that right?
And no one stops them.
Right.
Indian people come to Canada, get jobs in the job market, right? What do you call those? Temp agencies.
Right.
They get their positions in a temp agency. And then you know what they do when they're in that agency?
What?
Push aside every resume that says John Smith, Katie Brown, and finds all the resumes that say
Patel.
Majinder Patel. Yeah.
Right.
And they only give jobs to Indians.
That's fucked up.
And that may be what she was saying. She may be saying, hey, this is ridiculous. They're not like, you can't, like, why are we allowing this? That, well, actually, you're going after.
How dare you call it out?
Yeah. Just like what's happening in Britain. The two-tiered policing system, right? No one's stopping them from committing crimes. And if you point out that they're committing crimes, well, straight to jail.
Yeah. The idea that such a bill as the Online Harms Act should even exist is mind-boggling to me. It just shows us how far our democracy has fallen. You can't be harmed by words. Things that people write and things that people say cannot hurt you. Now, if somebody got right up into your ear and screamed really, really loud and broke your eardrum, that's how you could be harmed by words. But in that case, that's the physical act air molecules vibrating so hard and so loudly right close to your eardrum that's harming you. It's not the words themselves.
My name is a killing sound.
More deep, more deep, more deep, more deep. Right. That we don't live on fucking Frank Herbert's Dune. We don't live on Arrakis. Okay. Words can't hurt you. How feeble a being must you be that can be harmed by words?
Yeah, what happened
Anyway.
to Sticks and Stones, man?
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. It's true though, right?
But words can
if
get
you
you thrown in the gulag.
yeah, but they can now, yes. I remember getting a little bit of history. So the mom side of my family is very large. She had like 11 brothers and sisters, and they all had kids, and all their kids had kids. So there's a lot of people on that side of the family. And every year they have on Labor Day weekend, they have a men's fishing trip where all the guys, who are actually even the kids, even the male kids can come. They go on this fishing trip and they hang out at a cottage resort for the weekend of Labor Day. They go fishing, they play cards, they smoke weed, they drink, they just have a good old time, right? For the Labor Day weekend. Well, this is on a lake up in Perry Sound area, and these kids from across the lake decided to dock on our side of the resort, on our side of the lake on the resort, and just come up and start hassling a couple of the older guys and myself who were sitting at the campfire, playing guitar and singing, right? So they start hassling us, right? And one of the older guys says, "Hey, Craig, you want to go in and get Mike? Mike is not my brother, but Mike is one of my cousins who's sort of like, he took control the whole weekend." So I go in there to where they're playing poker and say, "Hey, Mike, you want to come out here? There's some jackass just hassling, cousin George or whatever, right?" And of course, everybody in the fucking cottage has to get up and come running to the fucking campfire and start throwing out words and start threatening. And then I take shit because I did that, because I figured people could be adults and not lose their fucking mind. Anyway, so
Actually, I liked it. I love the idea of, like, this whole clan of brags coming out, all 6-foot+ dudes walking.
It's true,
down.
and that's
came to
the
the
thing.
wrong beach, motherfucker.
All my cousins are big fuckers, right? Anyway, so they all come rushing down. "What are you doing? Get out of here!" And so they eventually get in their boat, and one of them calls out to one of the teenagers who's there, "Go suck your dad's dick," or something like that, right? And he fucking loses it. He gets so angry. This, cousin of mine who's like young, he's like a kid. He gets so angry. He's like, "I'm gonna kill him." He starts running off to the dock to go and fucking chase him down, run off, jump off the fucking dock, and get in their boat to beat them up. This is what's going on in his head. I'm like, dude, they're just fucking words. Like, why do you care? And he turns to me and says, "No, they're not." I'm like, I felt like saying, "What, you do suck your dad's dick?" But I didn't. I'm like, buddy, like, calm the fuck down. Who cares what he says about you? They're just fucking words. But my cousins, they're all very stereotypical Ontarian, worky kind of guys who are like, "Fuck you, you don't fucking say shit like that don't talk to me like that, or I'll fucking break your head." They get very offended by words. They get very offended by being called out. So yeah, so this went on, and I'm like, why do people act like this? This makes no sense. And the fact that we have a government who says that saying words is harmful only perpetuates the idea that you should be putting people incarcerated. You should be incarcerating people or taking action against people who say words. It's absolutely ridiculous to me.
Well, what was it, Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Who had said something about the internet's made you all comfortable with talking so much shit online because none of you ever get punched in the face.
It's true. It's true. But the point is, if I were to walk up to Mike Tyson and call him a sissy with a funny voice, right? Those are just words. They can't hurt Mike Tyson. They might bother him, but they can't hurt him. They can't physically harm him. If he punches me in the face for that and sends me into a coma, he's the one who should be charged. But what
Sure.
the government would like to say is, no, you just bullied Mike Tyson, so we're charging you. You walked up to Mike Tyson and you engaged in violence against him by telling him he was a sissy with a funny voice. That's violence against Mike Tyson, so you need to go to jail. Mike Tyson was justified in punching you in the face and sending you to a coma because he's the aggrieved. You are a white male, and Mike Tyson is a beautiful black man who is marginalized, despite the fact that he has multi-millions of dollars and could drop kick anybody, could knock anybody into fucking next week.
So he put you in a preemptive coma so that to prevent you from further bullying.
Right. No bully, says Pox Toxic. Yeah. This is the world that we have decided to make, where, you know what? Words are violence. And we need an online harms act. Now, they've also masqueraded it as protecting children, right? Because the idea is that people will use the internet to target children and, you know, groom them and stuff like that. And so there needs to be actions taken against those people. Well, there's already laws against that. You don't need a fucking act to further codify those laws. We have laws against people seducing children and putting them into harm's way and manipulating them. And then we have laws that go the other way, that rewards people for manipulating children into chopping body parts off, where actually that's sanctioned by the government. Hi, buddy. My cat's saying hello. Anyway, yeah, this is the satanic world in which we live. That is Canada. It's the fucking no, it's not. Which layer of hell is the one that's really cold? Come on, D&D nerds. D&D nerds will know. Which layer of hell is it?
It's the deepest level.
Is it the ninth layer of hell? But there's a name for it too. The fuck is it called? D&D nerds in the chat, tell me what the. I'll ask Pi.
I only understand it from Dante's description, right? That yes, no, it's not a place of fire and burning. It's incredibly cold and incredibly dark, because the deepest part of hell is the place in existence furthest removed from the light and warmth of God's love.
Cocytus. Yeah, it's called Cocytus. COCYTYU or YTUS. So that's what we should change the name of Canada to. We should call it Cocytus. Cocytus. You're fucking hell. Anyway. You work on the lyrics for me, I hope.
Well, you guys have Suno, so.
That's right. Pox, write a song about Canada being Cocytus, the ninth layer of hell. That would be a good song, I bet. So yeah, folks, we need to save democracy. Once again, go to I put a comment at the top of the chat. Let me see if it's still there, because I did. GiveSendGo.com/save free speech. That's Greg Wycliffe's documentary on saving free speech in Canada. It's on a GiveSendGo crowdfunding site, and I'd like you all to go and support him if you can. That's what I'd like. What would you like?
What would I like?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Canada should have sided with the Americans in the revolution. They were offered the chance and refused. Yeah, well, you know what? Hindsight's 20/20. And I'm not saying, and I quite agree. Canada would be a lot better if it was a republic and not a constitutional. What do you call it? Parliamentary democracy. Not a fan. What do we want to move on to now? I know.
Well,
one moment.
Did you even lift this week?
We didn't even do that yet, did we?
No, we got right into it.
Oh shit! Sorry. Okay, yeah. Let's move on to Do You Even Lift, bro? How is your fitness journey going, my friend?
It's going. You know.
How many times did you go to the gym this week?
4.
Pussy. I went 5.
Ooh.
I go
I'll get
5
my
every week. I go Monday to Friday.
I'll get my 5th tomorrow. No, like I mean, I go at least 4. Sometimes it's 6. It just
Oh,
sort of
really?
depends. Yeah. And yeah, I just try to keep it steady. And yeah, so you went 5 times, eh? And you're just finishing up your mesocycle.
This is the 5th. This is next week will be the 5th week of this mesocycle, which is basically a fancy name for a routine. So yeah, and then the 6th week is my deload week. So this coming week is my last week where I'm actually putting on the pounds and lifting hard. And I've been bulking too. I've been trying to add more carb calories and up my caloric intake while I'm doing this. And you can really see it in my face. I look like John Goodman today with those yellow sunglasses, man. I look like a big fat man. Anyway, yeah. Then deload week.
Nice. So I told you yesterday. Because I've been taking naps every day, my sleep has been a little bit weird. So I'll fall asleep at weird times and wake up at incredibly weird times. And I was up at like 4 in the morning yesterday.
Yeah.
I was at the gym. Like I took my time, so I didn't get to the gym until about 6:45. 6:45 on a Friday. Packed.
Yeah.
Fucking packed.
Yep. I'm 10 to 6 this coming week for my shift, so I'll be going in the morning. And I typically get there right around 6, just before 6, just after 6. Yeah, I get up, I grab my magic potion, and then I fucking head off. And my magic potion is just amino acids and creatine and water. That's it. It's flavored. Tastes like sour candy. But yeah. Got a comment here from Mr. Pox Toxic. Move on to Irving not being a cunt and playing Shadowrun tomorrow. Yeah, you should play Shadowrun with us, man. We had a good time. It was myself, Pox Toxic, and his buddy Cooper. We played Shadowrun last Sunday for a couple hours. It was fun.
I'll have to see. I do have a lot to do.
Your sleep is JD Vance. I don't know what that means.
Oh, it was all weird.
Your sleep is all JD Vance. Yeah, JD Vance is weird. He's so weird. Because he likes Diet Mountain Dew, apparently. Apparently, Diet Mountain Dew is weird.
I'll have the clam juice.
I'll have the clam juice. All right.
Yeah, fuck. And it's not only it's packed. The
What's
fucking
packed?
gym in the gym.
Oh,
it's
in the morning.
packed
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
morning. People have absolutely no respect. They're not putting their equipment away. They're monopolizing multiple pieces of equipment at a time so that they can sit on the bench taking 5 to 7 minutes between sets so that they can do 3 more half reps.
You're joking. You're exaggerating when you say 5 to 7 minute breaks between reps.
No.
Who rests that fucking long? I rest a minute and a half, maybe 2.
They like literally, and overhead press, right?
Uh-huh.
You got to get those dumbbells down right to your shoulders. Okay. Nope. Elbows never come below the shoulder line, and
That's
they're like
stupid.
this.
That's stupid.
And they'll
You're
do
doing
like
nothing.
5 reps, and then set them down and rest for like as long as it takes them to finish scrolling on their phone, because nobody can go a rest time between sets without their phone in their hand.
Really?
Yeah.
The only time when I'm working out, I don't scroll on. I don't like doom scroll on the phone when I'm at the gym. I don't even put on headphones. Like I don't even listen to music at the gym.
Raw diet.
I have my phone. I have the RP Hypertrophy app open, and that's the only thing I look at while I'm working out. How many more reps do I have to do on this particular? Oh, 2 more sets, 13 reps. Okay, cool. Then I put it down. I don't touch it, even between breaks. The only time I might pick it up is again to look at the app again and say, "What was it again? 13 reps, 12 reps." Yeah, that's it. Because I got the memory of a goldfish. I'll take weird over whatever the Dems are offering. True. That's not weird. What the Dems are offering is fucking communism and Satanism. It's always 6 o'clock wherever I go, man. Nice. You'd have to be traveling around the earth at a constant rate of 1 time zone per hour. Anyway, let's see. Yeah. So next week, I'm doing 0 reps in reserve, and then the following week it'll be a deload week. That's how it'll be.
Ryan Humiston for the win.
Ryan Humiston for the win. Yeah, he's pretty good, eh? My cat's yelling at me. You know what, man? I think it's time we move on to.
Why do you say you feel trapped in a man's body?
Well, sometimes I get the menstrual cramps real hard.
Why do you say you feel trapped
Oh, I left it on loop
in a man's body?
like a moron.
Well, sometimes
Okay.
I get the menstrual cramps real hard.
Time for true news. I think it's time for a new watch the next 6 minutes. Yeah. 6 o'clock wherever you go. Yeah, your watch might be broken. Let's take a look at this here. Hold on.
What did I miss?
True news. This person was blowing up the internets earlier this week. I don't know why, but it's further example of how our society is imploding. Have you seen this person?
No.
Well,
do
I had to. I did, so now you have to as well.
He got an AT&T where everybody knows I have a PP.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
You gotta put your stuff on and get out of here right now, please and thank you.
But why?
You have to get out
When
of
I
here.
was dancing.
I need you to get out of here, please and thank you before I call the police.
Not the police! Not the police! Oh, not the police! Ah! I'm on live right now.
What the fuck was that?
This is Amber Unavailable, and Amber Unavailable blew up earlier this week. Apparently, she's in West Virginia. She, he, they. I don't know who the fuck this is, but they're a trans person with a penis, and this is what they do. They go around to different public places, set up their phone, and do this little routine. I'm sticking her butt out at whatever place I'm at, and they all know I have a PP. And then she drops her pants and shows off her little underwear bulge. And this is what passes for entertainment these days on the TikToks. This is yep. This is the true news.
What the hell is even that?
What the hell is even that? Exactly.
We gotta find that clip, man. Gotta find that clip.
Not transcribe rag. She's just a horrible comedian. Is that? Oh, it's a bit. If she's doing a bit, so does she have one of those little what do you call it? Silicone faux penises she puts in her underwear? Is that because I was like, that's a really feminine looking dude. If it's a trans girl, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, she got a TikTok where that's all she does. She just goes around, fucking sings and dances and drops her pants and shows her little underwear bulge. So maybe, here's the thing though. Now, if she's making fun of trans people, then it's kind of funny. It's kind of based. I changed my perspective on it completely.
Context matters.
Context does matter. Let me see. I'll read her profile. I'm on live right now, she says. Amber Unavailable. See, unfortunately, I haven't seen a lot of content from this person, so I don't know if they've got other bits where they're making fun of trans people. But everything I've seen, it's them like doing this dance thing and dropping their pants.
Your Trundar is broken, Craig. You still thirst for Mr. White.
Mr. White?
Blair.
Oh, yes, she's awful. She does another skit where she drops eggplants out her shorts and cries. That's pretty juvenile.
It's better though. Like
it is. Okay, well, it seems like Greater Ajax is is a little bit more expert on this person. But yeah, this person was being featured on Adonis Paul's Late Night with Adonis Paul. Have you ever watched that live stream?
No.
It's not bad, actually. I caught it the other day. It was pretty funny.
Six
he
is
does what we
actually-
do, but he does it by himself, and he's much more articulate and has a better voice than I do.
Six is friends with him.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like Adonis Paul. Tell him I'm a fan. I didn't catch his live stream live the other night. I watched it after the fact. But yeah. I don't know, man. What are we gonna do about these troons? And what is the other one? There's the troons and the peens?
Pooners.
Pooners.
Yeah, well, for 41% of them, we don't have to do anything. Don't drown. Don't drown.
Those maybe do a spit thing.
Sorry. And Pac says AP is still going.
Yeah. He does a pretty good show. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, so there was actually a while back. He was not happy with some former friends of ours, and they really got into it. And well, he and I did not get along. And
who, you and AP?
Yeah,
I didn't know you knew who AP was. Anyway,
I didn't care that much really, and
Okay.
but I was involved with some group of stupids, and
would that be Scooby and the gang?
Yeah. So some of us were associated with that and all that, and whatever. I mean, there's no beef. Like he's chilled out quite a bit actually.
Yeah. AP's going strong at Pox Toxic. Did you ever watch all the Scooby 331 documentary shows? I never did. Excuse me. I was told I think he might even still be on my Discord as a friend, just because I haven't unfriended him. But I was told, I shouldn't associate with Scooby 331. Anyway.
Yeah, try not to talk too much about it.
Oh, fair enough.
No, it's just no point.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's what's her name? Amber Unavailable or whatever she's called. And I guess she's not a tranny. I thought she was. So, but she's mocking trannies, which is pretty funny, I guess. All right, let's move on.
Or was it, I remember seeing Blair White promoting something Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And somebody responds to Blair White, he wants us dead, right? Meaning trans people.
Yeah.
And someone comments, statistically, no one wants you dead more than you.
It's true. It's true. It's crazy. So you ready for the next pandemic?
Oh, geez. My God. So many people are going to get vaccine-induced shingles, and they're going to call it monkeypox and make you get another fucking vaccine.
That's right. Yeah, so everybody's trying to scare us all about the monkeypox, because apparently, monkeypox is big in the news right now. Isn't it funny it always happens right around Pride?
Well, you remember when they were all like, oh my God, monkeypox is the next big thing. And then we found out that it's almost entirely sexually transmitted between gay men.
Yeah.
And then we found out that dogs and children in close
getting
relation to gay men were getting it. And then they just stopped talking about
Why
it.
dogs and children? Why are dogs and children getting it if it's primarily sexually transmitted? Get it from a toilet seat. Yeah. Sure. All right, let's look here. I have some bookmarks on these things. Where's my bookmarks? Excuse me. Sorry for the cough, folks. Twin's trying to kill me. It's
Yeah,
should-
like it's so ridiculous that I can't remember which news outlet they forgot to change the photo
yeah.
or delete the old headline.
It's maybe fucking hell. Somebody responded with this one. Well, that's not the flag anymore, you bigot. Anyway,
Right.
there's a couple more here. I can't believe I have monkeypox. How did this happen? The entire month of June. Yep. I saw this one too. I thought it was pretty funny. Nothing to do with monkeypox, but I just thought it was funny. There was a couple more here. Oh, that's old. Never mind. Yeah, so monkeypox. Don't believe the hype, folks. It's all psyop. Actually, the fact that we got people, I still see people wearing masks these days.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Actually, there's a guy who works at my gym. He works the night shift, so when I go late, he's there. He has, a mask, and then on top of it, he has a red like cloth mask because it matches his uniform. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Every time he's there. Every time. Like, it's not like once in a while. Like, oh, he's got a cold, so maybe he's just thinking of everybody else.
No, I saw though one of the outlets they put this article up. Oh, monkeypox, and it's a picture of somebody's hand with these fucking poxy marks on it, right? Blah blah blah. And then an article from a couple of years ago about shingles where they've used the same photo.
Yeah.
Because it's a photo of shingles.
Right.
Idiots.
Well, they don't have to have any truth in reporting nowadays, because truth is relative. Couple of comments here. Don't use public toilets. Leave the kids and dogs alone. Yes. Is that why they don't use toilets at all in India? That's right. They don't take the poo to the loo. Take the poo to the loo.
So Monkey Man was good, eh?
Yes. So, folks, forget monkeypox and watch Monkey Man. I was talking to Twin about this earlier. You know what? I gotta hand it to Bollywood. Okay, maybe they shit in the street, but they make some pretty good fucking movies. Monkey Man is actually surprisingly good. It's like an Indian John Wick, kind of, sort of, but it's tied up into ancient Indian mythology and storytelling, and it follows the. I'm popping in my mic. It follows the traditional heroic storyline for this character, this Monkey Man. It's quite good. I highly recommend it. It's a Dev Patel flick. I think Jordan Peele might be involved in it as well, but it's good. It's good. And yeah, you should. It's on Prime. It's on Amazon Prime. So if you have Prime, you can watch it there. Otherwise, steal it from like a pirate site. Hanuman. That's right. 6. The Legend of Hanuman is Monkey Man. Yeah. It's all it ties into it. They relate to the Legend of Hanuman in the movie Monkey Man. It's really quite well done. Recommend it. Fuck monkeypox. Excuse me.
You're coughing more than me.
I know, and I don't even smoke anymore.
You still got Pepsi in your lungs.
I don't breathe Pepsi.
You did that moment.
Yeah, maybe. Bear with me a second. I gotta spit out some phlegm.
It's just Pepsi foam. So what's next? Fucking monkeypox. You'd think that we'd have stopped flights, immigration, refugee acceptance from Africa then, if this is a global health pandemic and a global health crisis, right? But no, I don't think we have. Not Canada.
No, we don't stop immigration from countries with brown people. Only from countries with white people. But actually, no, that's not true, because we'll take people from countries with white people as long as they're brown people coming from countries with white people. Not that there's anything wrong with that, huh? I got no opinion about you if you're brown. I got opinion about you if you believe regressive shit like, it's okay to have sex with children. Or it's okay to shit in the street. Excuse me, folks. I'm dying over here.
There's also a new French language initiative where French-speaking people can immigrate to Canada far more easily as long as they're not from France or anywhere that they might be white.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So, which countries in Africa were colonized by the French? Somalia? Somalia, French one?
I don't know. Mali, Cote d'Ivoire, but even like Caribbean places, right?
Mhm.
St. Lucia and
Yeah.
yeah, I saw the list. It's like 24 countries and
Yeah.
all not white people.
I don't understand. Why is that, do you think?
Well, because they want to start shoving people who only speak French and not English into English-speaking places in Canada and then call the English-speaking places racist and,
Got it.
be able to,
Because that's the worst thing as a white person you can be called is a racist.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid you call me a racist. I don't care what you call me because I believe in free speech. Call me whatever the hell you want. Because words don't hurt.
But yeah, just a way to start screwing with more and more Canadians, in particular, English speaking and largely white.
Mm-hmm.
What's really funny is none of these people who French speakers are aimed to be resettled in Quebec, the largest French speaking province.
That's crazy.
French first, yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. What about New Brunswick? Because that's very French too, right?
Yeah, it's more like 50-50 there, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think we should go back to the point system like we had forever. And it came down to basically you got points for being able to speak English or French. You got points for, level of school attained. You got points for what profession you were trained in, what field of study you went to school for. All these things gave you points. And if you could bring something to Canada that Canadians couldn't fulfill, you got more points. And then if you had enough points, you get to come. You get to come and be a resident and then eventually a citizen.
Having expectations and standards is white supremacy.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm just a terrible person, I guess. I'm just a terrible, terrible person.
Well, you're not a terrible person. You're just white.
That's true. I am. Irving Twin posted on Odyssey. No one is watching on Odyssey. Did that show up in the StreamYard's
No,
chat?
It did not.
That's dumb. Can't post comms to some destinations. Learn more. I'm not going to go into that right now. I don't know, man. Is it worth saving? Democracy? Canada? Western civilization?
Western civilization, yeah. But, we don't have democracy.
No.
And democracy is a largely bad idea anyway.
I agree.
People don't understand that that's not what we have, right? The better thing is, yes, the constitutional republic. Holy shit. Poor guy. And even there in the constitutional republic, it's not immune, right? You see what trouble different states are going through and how they're able to do ridiculous things, without the federal government being able to intervene, or if the federal government is just failing to intervene, like at the border in Texas, right? It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Did he die? What the hell happened? You can't leave me to carry a stream, Craig. I can't do that anymore. But saving the concept of Western civilization, yeah, that's probably the better, broader idea, But we're failing across the board with this suicidal empathy for people who don't want actually to take part in Western civilization. They just want to, I don't know what. If these places are so terrible to minorities, why do so many minorities want to go there? And then change the place into where they came from. We're just being conquered at an incredibly slow pace and just letting it happen. And if you try to say something about it, well, look at UK, right? Now you get arrested.
Thank you for holding out for me.
For 20 years, Pakistani Muslim rape gangs went completely unmolested. Funny, unmolested. Raping 1,400 girls in Rotherham.
Six years in 6 years or something. Yeah, something like that.
And then, some uppity white people say, hey, we should stop that. And now the police are cracking down on them using facial recognition, busting down their doors. And it's like, oh, so you had the capacity to stop these Pakistani Muslim rape gangs? You had the capacity and you just didn't do it. And you wonder why they're calling you a two-tiered policing system.
But that was years ago. That was like 8 years ago, and they apologized for it and said it would never happen again.
Except it continues to happen. It's still happening now.
Not only that, it's not just the cops. It's the what do you call it? The judges in the justice system as well. There's I saw something a while back. Oh, I know where it is. There was a story I saw. I'm pretty sure Canada Man commented on it. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe not.
While you're looking for it, have you seen this new thing that's happening in Toronto?
No, what's going on in Toronto?
Occasionally in downtown Toronto, it looks like hundreds, perhaps thousands of Muslim men just go out in the street and start doing their prayers, blocking up the road.
Oh, yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. That's fucked up, man. It's messed up. There's also, I saw something about, I guess in Brampton, it's pretty common for young Sikh men to get into fights. They hang out in front of their cars in like parking lots, and they gather together in large group numbers, park their cars. Excuse me, park their cars, and then just like fucking sit there and gab about their cars and shit, like we used to do at Tim Hortons back in the day. But it was only like 5 of us. This is like hundreds, and then eventually they start having fights between different, different neighborhood groups or whatever, different like gangs almost.
Yeah, but is it Sikh versus Sikh, or is it like
I don't know. I have no idea.
Sikhs versus Hindus. Sikhs
I have
versus
no idea.
Muslims.
But like they do, it's funny. Harrison Faulkner did a bit on it earlier, and when they fight, it's all like slap fighting. They're fucking terrible. It's ridiculous. They can't even throw a punch.
Floppy, like Tim Walls.
Stop. Stop it. Stop.
You can't even fake floppy hands.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was weird. I got a notice when I posted earlier about that. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, yeah, here it is. Libs of TikTok posted something. And my post got limited because of it. One sec, I'll present. You all can see. So here he is at some event and he's clapping his hands. Those two. Is it just me or there's something seriously weird about this dude? Yeah, the way he did the high 10 to his wife, and then he like did this weird kiss. Anyway, I responded with, he claps like a faggot. And X said, visibility limited. This post may violate rules against hateful conduct. And I responded with, it's not hateful conduct. Only if it's directed towards a member of the LGBTQIA plus community. As far as I know, Tim Walz is not a member of that community, so it's not hateful conduct. He's just a faggot. Now I don't know if that's going to come back to me. Like if they're going to say, "Yeah, you know what? You're right. We're going to remove the limited visibility. We didn't think about it that way, but something tells me that's not what's going to happen." We got some comments. The greatest Indian fighter in the world is Dalsim from Street Fighter. I don't know, man. Hanuman can hit pretty hard.
There's some contest over to whom Hanuman belongs. The Chinese love the Monkey King.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Here we go. Actually, I meant to share this before. I'll share it now. Y'all can watch it. No.
Oh, the trailer?
Yeah.
Do you remember me? Do you even know my mother's name? Do you know any of their names? When I was a boy, they took everything from me. The rich don't see us as people. To them, we're animals.
Both of us. We're broken.
If a man wishes to challenge the gods, he must become more than a man. He must become a beast. Who is he? Nobody. Just some crazy kid from the gutter. He has to be extinguished before your nobody becomes a somebody. Just one small ember can burn down everything.
Make them remember Yummy.
Are you ready? Yeah. Do you remember me now?
Good movie.
The music.
It's actually diegetic because they use it in the film. That song plays in the film.
Sure, but it just it reminded me of something else.
Oh, really?
And I'm not going to be able to find it now. That thing, like every action movie preview.
Oh,
And
it's like
just
it's like a college humor kind of thing, or it's like a spoof.
sort of. Yeah, okay.
Find it.
I think so, yeah. I'm just gonna let the ad run here.
Okay, then you can present it, and I'll let you present it.
Share. Yeah, are we good?
Yep. You want to make it? You want to maximize and make it full screen? Go
I
ahead.
do. Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Have you ever wondered about this particular thing? Because it turns out that that thing is real.
Spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
And the Phil Collins just made me think of this, right?
That thing I referred to earlier? Well, it's happening, and it will destroy us all.
You spin me right round, baby, right round,
Someone has to stop this thing.
like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
And that someone is you.
You didn't think it would be that easy, did you?
Spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
I don't think I'm the one. I'm not the person who can stop this thing. You are that person. Now take my hand!
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. I am the reaction.
It's true.
Right round, round, round.
It's true. You know what? I bet you people who put the trailers together, they probably use that as a fucking template. They probably have it saved in their what do you call it, in their blender. That's funny. No, I will say this: Monkey Man follows a very formulaic type of storytelling, but it does it well, and it follows the regular, the hero's journey very well, and that's why it resonates. That's why it comes off as good. It's well paced. The action sequences are amazing. It is a little derivative of John Wick in some spots, but it's good. I really like it.
Well, it's sort of why I've come to hate George R.R. Martin. Like, oh, he's turning tropes on their heads. He literally does the opposite of every trope, which means he's just as bound by the trope.
Right.
The problem is tropes are tropes for a reason.
Right.
Right? There's shortcuts to storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And when you just do the opposite, you have untold the story.
Yeah.
It basically becomes nothing now.
It's like inserting a memorable character who, defies all convention just for the purposes of showcasing him. Just so that you look at him and go, okay, there's a memorable character with all these characteristics, but he adds nothing to the story. He's just there so that we can think that the director thinks deeply about things. Right? So we imagine. So, for instance, do you ever see I think it's the movie California with a K?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you remember the scene where Early he sees a guy come into a gas station, and he's this sort of fat, bald guy with a leisure suit on, and he goes to the bathroom. He's driving this like really fancy car, this guy, He goes to the bathroom. He lifts up his leg and he opens up like a one of those little bladders that holds pee. So he's been peeing, been driving, kind of thing, like a catheter. He's got a catheter, and he's emptying it into the toilet. Well, the director decided they were going to make a point of showing all these very intricate aspects of this throwaway character for the purpose of making him a target for Early. So Early would go in and kill him.
Right.
So for some reason, Early saw this guy and said, everything about this person offends me, so I'm going to kill him. But the director put him in there specifically to be offensive. Every aspect of him would be offensive. For what? To show you that Early's a killer? We already knew Early was a killer. But in any event, that's just...
I'm one of the only people that actually really liked that movie.
I liked California too. It was
and the only bad thing about it is David Duchovny.
Yeah. He ain't the best actor, is he? He's good as Fox Mulder. That's all I'll ever see him as is Fox Mulder.
And that's Brad Pitt, man. Like,
Brad Pitt's a great actor, though.
Yeah. But he's Earl. He's early.
Early. Yeah. There we go. But no, but he's got Brad Pitt's got great range. Like people laugh at Brad.
Like
he's just a good face.
That's one of his best roles.
Lots of shit.
I
like him in 12 Monkeys. In 12 Monkeys,
yeah.
He's great in 12 Monkeys.
Yeah, he just choose the scenery. Like that was.
Well, yeah, he doesn't do anything.
But he's
small,
supposed
right?
to. The character's supposed to be off the wall, right?
Yeah. We got a couple. Your mom's a storytelling tropes as box office. Sometimes you just need a random character to throw people off. Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, and I don't know. Best instance is in a horror comedy called Feast. I've seen Feast. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, that sounds so familiar. Like I should know it.
Let's see if I can find it. Feast trailer. The Feast trailer movie clips from 2021. Uno momento. Go full screen.
Tisha Blas?
Mae gwledd yn aros yn dan ni.
Pwy hon?
Mae'n gweithio i ni heno. Paratwyr bwyd, gweinig, orchestri.
Mae'n rieni more intense.
Na pam mae dad yn joio dod ma.
This isn't the one Pox was talking
Laugh. Lle did he dynwyd?
I'm kind of invested in this now, though. I want to watch it.
So ti'n gweud lot i ti?
Shadi dy hi.
Di Glenda'n gwybod bod ti'n llys i dwylo? Wedi'r gwbl y diafol i'w diogi.
Mae bob dim ni wel mor losys.
Gnaba! Ti'n cymryd popeth. Fi'n awyddus.
Pa'n anghofio am y pwdin.
That's fucked up.
Is it Danish? I don't think it's Swedish.
There's one from 2005. Maybe that's it.
Just called Feast, right? Yeah.
That's it. What a terrible thing to do.
There is something out there.
Of all the bars to be stuck in.
Unless you people want to die, you'll do what I say and you'll do it fast. They're coming. Right now.
That David?
It's gonna eat us! We need help. SOS! SOS!
Right now, you can get ready to roll. Now, who's with me?
Come on!
Fucking
Stay.
awesome.
We die.
God damn it!
God bless guns. This won't run out of ammo.
Any questions?
Who the hell are you?
I'm the guy that's gonna save your ass.
That's fucking brilliant. Was that the one you're talking about?
It is, yeah.
Okay, let's juxtapose the two movies trailers we just saw. We saw The Feast, and then we saw Feast. To me, The Feast looked very female. It looked like it was written by a woman. And Feast looked like it was written by a badass who gets the horror genre.
You should use that as an insult on a person. You look like you were written by a woman.
That actually is a really good insult. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ, look at you. You look like you were written by a woman. That's a good insult, man. Fuck, I gotta remember that. I'm gonna use that on my brother the next time he spouts some liberal garbage. Jesus Christ, Mike, listen to you. You sound like you were written by a fucking woman. Excuse me. Sorry. Any other movies you want to talk about?
Oh, not particularly, just that I hated George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, I didn't like a George R.R. Martin either. Got any oddities you want to share with us today, sir?
Nothing off the top of my head, which is usually how they happen.
All right. I got nothing in the way of Jews news. What do we want to move on to? I don't want to move on to jokes already. We're only an hour and a half in. All right, you know what? Hold on. Since we were just still on mute, we're still kind of on movies. We haven't moved from movies completely. I was talking about how I'm impressed by Bollywood of late. Did you ever see the movie RRR?
No. Bollywood?
The Bollywood movie. See if I can find the English trailer.
No, I know they're like the largest movie industry in the world, but honestly, for the most part, I just can't take it seriously.
I know, right? You think this just isn't, official trailer.
Yeah, most people in the US and Canada don't realize this, that the American theatrical complex is not the largest by far. Like it's Bollywood and then China.
Yeah.
And China, I think both of them are like 5 times and 3 times bigger and make way more money than American films.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, you just look at the population that they're serving, right?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, okay, so Bollywood is marketed for a typically Indian audience, but what I'm saying is they're actually doing quite well in their storytelling that makes it appealing to Western audiences as well. It's like they looked at all of, what Western cinema did. I think they're, in love with Western cinema and probably said, these are the great, sort of methods, the great storytelling shortcuts, the great ways to tell a visual story. We're going to take all those fucking rules and we're going to just live by them, kind of thing. I'm going to share a trailer for a movie that I saw a while back called RRR. If you haven't seen it, I think it's worth checking out as well. One moment, please. Let me just go all the way back. And we'll go full screen.
Do you know not to?
Okay, this part looks a little gay, but it's really good.
No person will ever rise up against the British.
It's fucking over the top, but it's good.
Yeah, it's way over the top.
It's good. It's like really enjoyable, and it's like it's got a long runtime. There's no river of shit. 0 out of 10. Immersion broken. Oh, Pox, you're fucking hilarious. Well, this is early before. Well, I mean, how much? I guess it's still have shit in it, even though it was like way back when the British were first like in control of India. I think the river shit's much worse now. But anyway, no, it's was it Rise, Roar, Revolt or something like that?
Yeah.
That's what R stands for. It's really engaging, and it's not a short runtime. It's like over 2 hours. But I got sucked in, and I'm like, fuck, I can't stop watching this goddamn movie. It was really, really good. So that also I think is on Amazon Prime. It's either on Prime or on Netflix. So watch it there or steal it.
Sometimes I like my movies a little more Japanese.
Yeah.
Can I share you one here?
Absolutely, man.
Are we ready?
Go for it. Recorded Picture Company.
This is my big brother. He's here from Japan.
What exactly did he do in Japan?
You evil son of a bitch. If you kill him in one shot, he give you $10.
Don't you think it's time for your brother to move?
He likes it here.
You want to expand, you need me. I'm the man. You know how many people I killed? If the Japs cross me, you'll be on that long list.
Mafia says they want 50%.
He's way too dangerous.
Yeah, we'll all die.
If I have to die, so be it. My brother says we are going to war with the Cholos.
You don't have to do this, you know?
I like the look of it. It looks almost like it's early Quentin Tarantino on 16mm film. It with the jumpy, jittery camera, and in the grainy film, it looks good. I like it.
Well, it's
Have you seen it or?
oh yeah, yeah. I watched the movie. Like it's from 2000, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like they don't tell you in the preview, but that guy was exiled from Japan and his Yakuza gang for being too violent. And then he goes...
The character or the actor who played the character?
The character.
Okay.
And he goes to LA, finds his younger brother who's been there most of his life.
Yeah.
And says, why don't you run this entire city? Well, because these guys do this. Okay, so it's war. And he just starts killing everybody.
Hardcore, man. Got a couple of Craig check DMs. Okay, one sec. Got a message from Mr. Six. I don't see it in my DMs. Oh, yeah, you did. Sorry. Killer Raccoons. Dark Christmas.
And Pox asks, have you ever seen the movie called Dog? About the black guy who thinks he's a samurai and works for a monster because he thinks he's his daimyo or something. No, I've
not heard of it. It's called Dog. Trailer. Is it about a dog? Is there a dog in it? You know what? I'm gonna look at Killer Raccoons first because it looks like it's pretty funny.
Yeah, let's share that. That'll be great. It's about a big black retard.
It's about a big black retard. Oh man! All right, here we go. This is from the next 6 minutes. Set this up. I want to see what it's all about.
A top-secret raccoon-operated laser satellite with nuclear capabilities. A team of domestic terrorists hell-bent on revenge. An undetectable moving headquarters held hostage.
Welcome aboard the Holiday Express. Or as I like to call it, Raccoon Railways.
There's only one problem.
Smallwood. The name sounds familiar.
The Virgin from Raccoon Creek Campground. is back.
The raccoons, and they're smart ones. Hold on, man. How do you know that? Story of my life.
This Christmas, you can roast some chestnuts.
I never want to see another raccoon again.
You can leave cookies out for Santa.
Ho, ho, holy!
But don't feed the raccoons.
This is just the beginning.
Killer Raccoons 2. Dark Christmas in the Dark.
Looks like I've bitten off more than I can chew.
Oh, wow.
That's hilarious.
Ghost Dog. It's called Ghost
Dog. Oh, okay, let's see if we can find that one.
And when you say monster, do you mean he's working for a bad person, or do you mean he's working for, like, you know, a mythological monster? Because that would be cooler.
Oh, it's with fucking Forrest Whitaker.
No shit.
Apparently. Ghost Dog Way the Samurai trailer. Make sure I get the trailer. Excuse me. You know what? It sounds familiar. Not gonna lie.
Oh, mobster, not monster.
Okay. Let's watch this. I think I've seen this. I think I saw. How old is this one? It's the 1990s. You know what? I think I saw this. I think this was on the shelves of my video store when I worked at the video store.
Let's run it.
All right. Sorry.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I want to go full screen. Here we go.
The way of the samurai is one of immediacy, and it is best to dash in headlong.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
It's poetry. The poetry of war.
I've got a really big problem here, Louie. Seems like you're directly responsible for it. Your mystery man fucked up. Now, what the fuck is his name?
Ghost Dog. Ghost Dog?
He said Ghost Dog.
It's very valuable. It's totally untraceable.
Is that Ron Jeremy?
I've always given you my respect. You're gonna whack your Ghost Dog. The whole fucking family's looking for you. Going after him could be very dangerous. I've been expecting you.
Music makes me lose control. This is not just rock and roll. Hip hop digs right to the soul. Music makes me
Ghost Dog. Power and quality. Always see everything, your brother.
Now here we go.
Le chocolat reste le meilleur en réalité.
Understand French?
I never understand a word he says.
Then that's your best friend?
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's our live stream.
Hey. Yeah, like, I'd watch that.
I think I did watch it. I watched a lot of movies when I worked at that video store. Just a big retard. Just a big retard. Samurai Kung Fu niggas in the cities. Oh, man. Yeah, Forrest Whitaker's pretty good. I can never get over that droopy eye, though. I mean, it was part of his character. He had this, like, fucking droopy eye, but...
That plays for him in a lot of roles, you know? Like,
yeah.
You can't fake that.
No. I wonder if, he could have been very easily typecast into playing, the big guy in the insane asylum, with a heart of gold. That might have been like his only, because of hey, that droopy eye makes you look like you belong in an insane asylum. Like you're mentally deficient. So we're going to put you in this insane asylum and we're going to make you the big fucking killer with a heart of gold. You're like Chief from fucking One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. But you say shit. You actually talk. And all your stuff is like, I don't know, refers to fucking Winnie the Pooh or some shit. And then you find out at the end that he's all about the Tao of Pooh. He's just been quoting the Tao of Pooh the entire time. He's actually a really deep thinker. Fuck, man, I could write movies for Hollywood.
Trailer for The Apple Man, says 6.
Trailer for The Apple Man. You know what? That's what we should do for Ammunation. Just do fucking movie trailers all night. Sit there, watch watch movie trailers. and
Trailers
just,
of movies we recommend.
And then say, hey, what'd you think of that trailer? You think you'd watch that? You know, Apple Man.
Try and out obscure each other.
Apple Man official trailer 2021 superhero movie? Is that what we're talking about?
Oh,
All
no,
right.
just The Apple. Sorry.
Oh, The Apple.
He's watch the trailer for The Apple, man.
Oh. Apple official trailer, Joss Ackland movie from 1980. All right. This looks fucking bizarre. Well, hold on. I got to go to share it here. All right, here we go. This is from 1980, a movie called The Apple. It's a Joss Ackland movie, whoever Joss Ackland is. Here we go.
In 1994, the world is controlled by one power.
Hey, 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 it's not a way. Hey, 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 it's not a way. Hey, 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 it's not a way.
The Apple is success.
There ain't no pride, there ain't no shame, there ain't no sympathy, there ain't no blame, there ain't no pleasure, there ain't
The
no
Apple brings you everything.
What about happiness?
God of love, show me, tell me.
I want you to release Phoebe from a contract.
Cheers.
Where is she?
I stand alone.
I stand alone.
Cry for me.
The Apple is the temptation.
Taste it, taste it.
The Apple is the experience.
Take the apple. Whoa, where's the apple? Whoa, yeah, 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 yeah.
The Apple is the forbidden fruit.
Come and take me and shape me and mold me and make me and fill me up with your fire. Come do anything to me your little heart desires. I've never been so high in my life.
Phoebe, let's see, I gotta talk to you.
The Apple takes your soul.
From New York out to LA, everybody does it her way. Popping power by the hour. Speed, I can feel the earth start quaking when America starts shaking. Popping power by the hour. Speed.
Now, a special experience in movie-going entertainment. The Apple.
That's some fucked up shit.
So 6 had said it's what people in 1979 thought 1994 would be like. But now it's 2024, and some of that doesn't seem that odd. And maybe that movie is far more prophetic than like it's like I have to watch it just to see what they guessed.
You know what that movie reminds me of? Part of it, anyway. Reminds me of this one here.
And rule. Good band, hot music, the best of times. It could have lasted forever. to a world where the cosmic forces of music, magic, and technology collide, bringing you head to head with a beast from another dimension. The Beauty, songs by Deborah Harry. The Beast, songs by Lou Reed and Iggy Pop. The Beat, songs by Cheap Trick and Earth, Wind and Fire. Blood everywhere. Rock and roll.
You ever see that?
It looks so familiar, and it looks fucking awesome. Like that's my next. I'm gonna watch that.
You should. It's actually quite good. But you know what? It reminded me. You know what I think it was taken off of basically was trailer. There we are. This. That's not the trailer. Fucking around with this. The Devil and Daniel Mouse trailer. There's got to be a movie trailer for it. Teletoon promo. Here we go.
Oh, hi. What's happening?
I sold my soul to the devil.
Wow. That's heavy.
The Devil and Daniel Mouse, Tuesday, February 9th at 8 p.m.
You ever see The Devil and Daniel Mouse? No? Oh, you're muted, man.
I've not seen it, but if you like that and that other rock and roll one, and you don't know what Metalocalypse is, man, you're missing out.
I've seen Metalocalypse. That's the show, right? It's like a
Yeah.
TV show on Adult Swim or whatever.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
4
I think
pieces
it
in
is.
a movie.
You're right, Pox. It looks like heavy metal. That was sort of the style. Ralph Bakshi kind of set the tone for adult animation back in the day. So everybody sort of mimicked him. Ralph Bakshi, good old Ralph Bakshi. Anyway.
Yeah, but rock and roll, that's definitely on my list now.
Yeah, I would watch it. It's worth watching as far as the animation goes. The music's good too, like Iggy Pop.
Oh, all these cool movie trailers. I just realized I've seen a terrible one. Actually, I haven't seen it. I keep seeing it and then scrolling past it going, no, why?
What's that? What's that?
Why did you do this? They've rebooted The Crow.
Oh, I know it looks fucking awful. Looks awful. I'm like, why? Why would you do this? Like, it's one of those movies that doesn't need to be remade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Like, there are certain movies out there that if you want to use it as inspiration for a different movie, okay, but don't call it the same fucking thing.
No, all the sequels sucked.
No. What I'm saying is, like,
so bad.
You take the Crow storyline, right? You take the character of the Crow, dies, comes back from the dead to get revenge kind of stuff. It's a great story idea. Just don't call it the fucking Crow. Call it anything else. Make it your own. But just to say, hey, we're going to redo the Crow. It's still going to be called the Crow, but we're gonna basically bastardize every aspect of the original story that made it great. Yeah, it looks like shit.
Yeah, the author of the graphic novel was in a very bad place when he wrote it. We're here to
getting
make
in and doing
coffee
anything with
metal.
fuck the comic books and source material, put Jared into it, and make it all lame and gay. Not Jared Leto, Trent Reznor. Yeah. No, like I really don't like seeing when people do. Let's do a remake of X. Like, why? Why? What are you dissatisfied about with the previous one? Now that being said, the only person I sort of give a bit of license to is Rob Zombie, because at least he's kind of faithful to the source material. He just has his own sort of vision to it. You know what I mean? He doesn't turn it into a complete bastardization. He says, "Hey,
right,
I love this scene in this movie, and I want to shoot it from a fucking crane or whatever." You know, but
or like I understand maybe modernizing older stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like for instance, you know the Daily Wire, they make movies from time to time.
Yeah.
Well, they got Brett Cooper, and they've worked with Gina Carano before.
Mm-hmm.
And so I keep putting it out there to people. They need to make a remake of the movie Midnight Run with Gina Carano and Brett Cooper, but make it sci-fi. So it's a bounty hunter in space. You ever see Midnight Run with fucking De Niro and Charles Grodin?
When I was a kid, yeah, but
Midnight Run? Yeah, Midnight Run. Yeah. I'd love to see. It's a great comedy travel movie with likable characters that are are deep. And I'm like, I would love to see a remake of that set in like a sci-fi world, and just to turn it on its head, let's put Gina Carano and fucking Brett Cooper as the traveling twosome. That would be good. I'd love to see that. Wizards is my favorite animated movie. Yeah, Wizards is great. It's a Ralph Bakshi movie. And the remake of Full Metal Alchemist, he says, the remake of Full Metal Alchemist was better than the OG. I've never seen Full Metal Alchemist. I know what the premise of it. I've just never seen it. Wizards is my favorite anime movie. Heavy Metal, Hobbit, and Fire and Ice are close though. Yeah, Heavy Metal's pretty good. The original one. The remake, the second one, Heavy Metal 2000, was not as good. Craig looks like a thicker Michael Douglas from Falling Down. Yeah, I can see that. Or I look like fucking John Goodman. John Goodman in The Big Lebowski without the goatee. Let's see if I can. Wizards. You've seen Wizards? You've seen The Wizard or Wizard?
No. I like it. Sounds familiar, but I don't know if I've seen it. No, because I've got a soft spot for The Last Unicorn.
The Last Unicorn is good. It was on the other day, actually. I saw it the other day on one of the streaming channels.
Isn't that weird?
Here we are.
There will come a time on the planet Earth when science and technology will be long forgotten, when humanity will rise from the ashes of nuclear holocaust, when wizards will rule the world. 20th Century Fox presents Wizards, a futuristic fantasy epic born in the mind of Ralph Bakshi, the master of animated magic. It is the story of two brothers, Avatar and Black Wolf, powerful wizards, and mortal enemies from the day they were born. Avatar, the good, who rules the peaceful kingdom of Montagar with wisdom.
Science and technology were outlawed millions of years ago.
And magic. Black Wolf, the future Führer.
Attention! Behold!
Who rediscovers the ancient secrets of propaganda, technology, and war. and sends out his mutant armies in a reign of unimaginable terror. In Wizards, you will also meet the lovely Princess Eleanor, the loyal elf Weehawk, and Peace, Black Wolf's evil robot henchman, who is transformed into an avenging instrument of justice. Wizards is a Tolkien world of fairies and elves, sorcerers, and demons. It is shot 10 million years from now, against strange and huge panoramic settings. And it is more fantastic, more enchanting, and more powerful than anything you've seen before. Wizards, the ultimate futuristic fantasy epic.
Yeah, that's Wizards. Ralph Bakshi was not a great animator compared to a lot of his contemporaries, but he had his own specific style, and his use of rotoscoping was a little bit heavy-handed. He also did Cool World. Did you ever see Cool World? You're muted again.
Yeah, I didn't realize that would be the same guy because that's already in the 90s, right?
Yeah, Ralph Bakshi's Cool World was in the 90s, yeah.
Gabriel Byrne and Kim Basinger.
That's right. I was trying to remember who the male lead was. I remember it was Kim Basinger. I was trying to remember who the male lead was. Yeah, that was like, it was supposed to be, it was marketed as being, oh, it's groundbreaking because it's combining live action with animated in a way that hasn't been done before. Meanwhile, Who Framed Roger Rabbit had come out before it. And Who Framed Roger Rabbit was really well done. Cool World was less than really well done.
And Who Framed Roger Rabbit is just a fantastic movie.
It's a great movie. Yeah. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a great movie. Fucking, what's his name? Christopher Lloyd in that is great.
Yeah.
I like Bob Hoskins. Yeah, he was great too. It's funny that he's British, but when he plays that role, you couldn't fucking tell. He's really good at the American accent.
Oh shit! Cool World. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that also Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt was in it too. He was the detective. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Brad Pitt. Yeah. Cool World was greater than Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I totally disagree. But here's the thing, Pox. I'm coming from an animation standpoint. I studied animation, and I remember looking at the two different styles of animation. I'm like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is just more polished. It's just better done, like in terms of the combining of live elements and animated elements. Dudes don't do it with doodles.
But also, I think the lore in Who Framed Roger Rabbit is better.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the cartoons follow cartoon rules.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. It is.
That's the message young men need to hear today. Dudes don't do it. Agreed. Yep. Yeah, wasn't the whole thing he had sex with her and she became full flesh.
Yeah.
She transformed. Yeah. And that was why it was against the law to do that. Yeah. Well, sir.
But the whole shaving a haircut gag. Yeah. You just wait till he explodes.
Yeah. Why couldn't you do that before? I could only do it when it was funny. Yeah. When they're fucking handcuffed together.
It's beautiful lore.
Yeah, it's great. All right, my friend. We're heading 2 hours, a little over 2 hours now. I think it's time we call it. It'll be a short one tonight. Thanks everyone for coming out. But we're gonna finish off tonight with no one tells jokes anymore. You have a joke for us tonight, Mr. Twin?
Did I tell a joke last week?
Can't remember if you did or not.
Joke about Jesus? I did, didn't I?
You might have. Have.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell another Jesus joke since they're going to ruin the crow.
Okay.
So Jesus Christ walks into a hotel. He hands the innkeeper 3 nails and he asks, "Can you put me up for the night?"
It's good, but it was interrupted by a shotgun blast to the chest.
Yeah.
And then you get up afterwards. Can you put me up for the night? Yep. Here's some corny jokes. How do trees get on the internet?
I don't know how do trees get on the internet.
They log in.
Oh wait, now I remember. I did make the worst fucking joke. I invented it. It's terrible.
What's that?
Which cheese hates having company?
I don't know. Which cheese hates having company?
Provolone.
That's fucking terrible. That's like
I know.
All right, got a couple of comments here. But would you play patty cake with Jessica?
Damn straight.
I don't know how I remember this, but I tried Willy Wonka watermelon jawbreakers the first time while I was watching Wizards. That's weird, eh? Pox says, Shadowrun tomorrow, MFer. You can't escape this, Irving.
This is a threat.
Yeah, he really wants you to play. I'd like you to play too. And, I meant to do this today when I was on the computer and it totally slipped my mind. I was going to go to an AI art site and have them create Hamdolf and Morbert. You know those characters we created on your fucking Riffs book, your Teenage Mutant Ninja?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hamdolf and Morbert. I wanted to make the AI create like a portrait of the two. Are you interested in running Riffs? Because I'd be interested in playing it. If you want to run that game with
I think
Hamdolf,
I'll be a terrible game master. That's the problem.
Stop it. You know the system. I don't.
It doesn't matter. I'm not a good storyteller.
Stop. You don't have to tell the story. You just set the scene, and we'll take the story wherever it goes. You can't be worse than I am, bro, says Pox.
I can.
No, Pox's was good. Pox's was fun. My brain TV filled in all the blanks. I knew exactly where I was in the Redmond Barrens. I could see the bar. I could see the mosh pit. I could see the big fucking troll pushing people around in the mosh pit, while Cooper's orc guy tried to take him down a peg and couldn't, and then they ended up working together to fight the bad guys when it ended up turning shit. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and I don't know the rules great, but that doesn't matter. They're there. They're on my sheet. If I need to know what to roll, I just say, hey, what do I roll? But it was good. You'll have fun. You should come out and play.
Fun is for suckers. I don't know if I can. I really got a lot to do tomorrow. I do.
Yeah. Irving can play. He's got straight guy stuff to do.
I can be gay later.
Fair enough. Well, hey, I can't force you to come and play. I would hope that you can. Would you like to play, or are you just
No. I had a lot of fun with Elf Camino, and yes, I would love to get involved with the Shadowrun and even a Rifts thing, but I'm just
Boxes. I got all kinds of Matrix shit specifically for your character, nigga. Well, I want to play when Twin's playing, so maybe we need to make put something in like a hard date, like a set date and time that we can all commit to, and then just fucking go for it.
Sunday afternoons just aren't super conducive.
Okay. What days are better for you then?
Like Friday evening.
Friday evening? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm fine with
Saturday-
Friday evening because I'm
Saturday
typically
works.
not doing anything Friday evening. He's fucking trolling me at this point, he says. No, he's just saying Sunday's not good for him. So I'm okay with Friday evenings if Friday evening's okay with you, Pox.
We'll figure it out.
We'll sort it out. We have a chat, Pox, Twin, myself, and C-Mac, though she never comes around anymore. She's in that chat as well. We'll figure out sometime and date to play. Anyway, folks, I appreciate you all coming out. I appreciate you listening to me rant while I'm high on edibles and ramble on about shit. I appreciate.
No one can tell, Craig. No
Really?
one can tell.
I'm so self-conscious about it. I know that when I'm like, fuck, I can't stop talking. I like going over the movie trailers with you. I think that was fun.
Yeah, that was
we should have a like. That's what we should make Ammunation have a segment where we just talk movies for like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, why not?
All right, we'll just go over movie trailers. People can suggest trailers to watch, and we'll go find them, and then we'll watch them, and we'll talk about them. What do you folks think about that in the chat? They're probably all gone now.
We'll pull out some obscure shit.
Yeah.
As obscure as possible.
Yeah. Really weird shit. Like The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. It's a great fucking movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Anyway, we'll do that next week. We'll talk about our favorite movies. Next week we'll do our favorite or next time we do Ammunation, we'll do our favorite movies, you and me, and then people can shout stuff out in the chat, and we can find the trailers and watch them and discuss. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, folks, we're gonna call it a night. Thanks all for coming out, and we'll talk to you all again real soon. But one more time, if you're interested at all, go and support Greg Wycliffe for his documentary Safe Free Speech. So it's givesendgo.com/safe free speech, and then you can give some money to the guy, let him make his documentary. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. And yeah, there we go. Any last words, Mr. Twin?
No. That's
all
it.
right. Well, have a good night, folks.
Hail Sigmar.